Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. Hope you're having a good day, Ayla Avo. It is Monday. Now, we tried streaming on Friday to follow up on the Tungsten Asteroid and the issues we're having there, and I was a bit too tired. We kind of just blew everything up, being impulsive. So I've turned the suppress notifications mod back on, and we're going to fix that stuff first, and then we're going to go back and we're going to fix it properly this time. So we're not, hopefully, going to blow anything up. But yes, let's have a look. Right. Now, before we actually unpause, I'm going to have to actually go through and check all of the notifications, because there's a load that I need to sort out. We got some bright checkers wallpaper. Great. We already had that one. With the striped pedal socks. I don't think I had those ones. We've got a green belt. Amazing. You know what? I'm going to put my own music on for a little bit. We're just going to let this run for now. While we're waiting for us to unpause. Because we're not going to get any music while we're paused. Right. Let's just go through. Well, let's open up the game again. Well, let's just go through everything that's currently overheated and broken. And sort it all out. Right. Don't care about that. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to sort out. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. You can see why I've needed to turn this mod back on, because we have a lot of stuff that's broken that we just don't care about actually fixing. I was going to make a load of bunker tiles up here, but we never really bothered. It's all just covered in... What is even going on here? I don't know. But yeah, what have we got to talk about while we're sorting out these notifications? Well, I'm going to make some new emotes, or I'm going to get my artist friend to make some new emotes. I'm going to commission them tonight. I have the ideas. They're in my head. And I've had them on the Whiskers Lounge on Discord as well, if you're a subscriber. But if any of you have any suggestions at the moment with what to do, then feel free to let me know. But what I'm thinking is, I'm probably going to use them mostly for video thumbnails at the moment, because we don't have enough Twitch emote slots. So that's kind of what I'm gearing it around, but I might also replace some of the emotes we have in here at the moment. I think the high emote gets a lot of use. I don't know whether the 3-part whiskers gets a lot of use. So I might swap those out. I think everything else gets some use. Maybe the soda one doesn't get that much use. I don't know, it does get use occasionally if I'm drinking Pepsi. But I'm going to get some emotes. I'm going to get some emotes of whiskers being too hot, whiskers being too cold, because I think those are going to be great for thumbnails, based on what we're doing in this game. I'm going to get some emotes of whiskers laughing and crying, like that sort of face. I thought that would be a good one, just for general use. I'm going to get some of... probably of whiskers blushing in an embarrassed way. I think that would definitely get some use of the thumbnail, I think. I'm going to have to fix this again, aren't I? Did I actually fix this? I did actually fix this. Okay, good. I don't have to go back and do that again. Thank God. Yeah, fix these, suppress these doors. I don't care about that. And I think I was going to get one of whiskers just... Oh, God. I was going to get one of whiskers just, like, loudly crying with the streams of tears. I thought that'd be a funny one. My sinuses have been irritated all day today, and it's really annoying me. But I don't think it's going to get in the way of what we're doing. But I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor and see them, because I thought this was hay fever, but it's January. It's just snowed. And I haven't got a cold. I haven't got mucus. This feels like allergies. I was going to try and build all of these. I think the plan is vacuum seal the steam turbines and then dump the water in. I think that's what I want to do in general, because we need to get rid of all the heat from all of this material. I mean, maybe we don't, but there's so much gas in here now. I feel like it's going to be kind of difficult to retain the heat. I mean, maybe not. There's not that much gas in here. provided we don't leak any more water. I just need to actually, if we go to temperature overlay, we set this to 275. There does seem to be a spot near the active cooling at the moment where we can start pumping gases out again. And provided the gas volume is low, it should be fine. So we're going to take the more measured approach this time. And hopefully not break everything. What's going on here? Oh, that's just a wire? Yeah, okay. That's like an archaeological find. This valve doesn't matter. Most of these things don't actually matter. I think these ladders probably should matter a little bit. Actively pump the cool too, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's gonna get the cooling from the nearby area. Yeah, just suppress all of these. None of these things we actually care about having broken, specifically. The fire pole's broken. Can you imagine if the dupes just slipped off a broken fire pole? How funny that would be. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be funny for them, but it'd be funny for me. Is it time to activate this again? I don't know. I feel like the answer is yes, now that the guise is active again. I'm gonna reconnect this. Get some more peppers for everyone. That was the wrong thing to pliers. Yep, gas valves don't have to be non-broken to work. Right, okay, so that's all the broken stuff sorted out. Overheating stuff we don't care about either. I think it's done. Oh god. Coal? We can print some coal, I guess. We're just turning this into refined carbon, I think. Okay, let's print that. And then I think we're ready to continue. Yeah, let's continue. So we just need to fix things on this asteroid. So these are all going to overheat at the moment. I think I'm just going to leave the magma here for now. I think there's better things to do. So I think what I'll do is I'll tell them to remove... Okay, let's figure out what's going on with this as well. So we've got the polluted water in here. These fish are all scalding, but we have enough eggs that I don't think this is actually an emergency, even if they do all scald. We still need to put the thermal Aquatuner in to actually cool down all three volcanoes. Because there's a lot of cooling going on at the moment, and especially because we're leaking some heat up here while we're fixing all of this. What I want to do as well... Let's put... I don't think we're going to be able to make this all out of insulated igneous rock. I want to make like a little path just over here. So that we don't keep climbing through the steam turbines. That was definitely a good idea. And then similarly, we can just do something over here. I don't care about this anymore. And so long as we don't dump a load of steam in here, these steam turbines should still work. And that's important. We need to... If we let these volcanoes break, it's going to be hell trying to get them to work again. So I'm going to make sure we don't do that this time. Still trying to dump the magma. Okay, well... That's not the worst thing in the world, but I think you do need to build this first. I could turn these off again. What are you grabbing? Obsidian? Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm just going to actively monitor the heck out of these people. Also, actually, let's just check what the rocket's doing. The rocket is returning. Okay, that's fine. We don't have to think about the rocket for a little bit. Good. I know there's no music at the moment. I just want to focus. The game music will come back, but we just need to focus for a little bit. Got some liquid phosphorus here. That will sort itself out. I'm not too worried about that. But the better insulated this is, the less heat leak there'll be, and the easier it will be for the next generation of fish. Stealer, I believe. Okay, looks like thing 2 is the one with the construction boosters. You can see how much of a difference that actually is, can't you? There's not a huge amount for the dupes to do on this asteroid, so that's probably fine. We got oh right. Let's see. Replace this. Replace this with steel. We have plenty of steel. Whenever we see a transformer overheating, we should sort that out. Right, I have to sort this out as well. That's true. Okay, so let's dig all of this out. Apologies to anyone who was here on Friday who's seen me repeat all these steps. But it is what it is. I didn't upload Fridays to YouTube because we kind of... Well, we didn't die, but everything kind of spiraled out of control in the course of about an hour. So I thought, probably not going to upload that one this time. Right, the other thing we need to do is... We just need to actually extend the loop so that it covers this tile. So I think what I'll do is we can make it out of sandstone, that's fine. It could just be a regular polluted water pipe. It just needs to run through these tiles, because these tiles were so hot from previous impacts and the debris that they were cooking the slime into dirt on the rail, and that was breaking everything. Also, I need to go in here. I need to stop dumping extra polluted water onto that pipe. It actually broke because we dumped too much water onto it. So, where was that one? I believe it's this one. I was dumping excess polluted water onto this. We'll just remove it for now. We can put it back in later if we need to. It occurs to me these bridges are the wrong way round. I think the bridge needs to actually come here so that we don't overload the pipe. But we gotta... You know what? Actually, leave that bridge in. I think we just gotta move this one. This bridge has to dump after this one so that we never overfill the loop. I'm surprised I made that mistake to begin with. Well, I'm not that surprised. Yeah, we're back. We're going to sort stuff out. We're going to sort it out very slowly. Yeah, solar panels are breaking. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so who's coming to do this? Ellie. Great, my favorite dupe. My favorite dupe. At least they're on time. But yeah, we got to fix everything before we keep going further into this run. Just how it goes. Right, so what we will do is we will put the bridge here, cut this pipe here, and then this will connect up here. And that should ensure that the loop doesn't overfill again. We already put some liquid reservoirs in to help balance the load, but unfortunately they both filled up. So what we will do is we'll add all this pipe. The dupes will get on that fairly quickly, I imagine. Let's actually priority this. They're already starting on it, that's good. And then we'll go and review that. Yeah, all the solar panels are broken now, that's fine. We've got to go fix that, but that will be okay. Right, so now what I'm going to do is... I want this to be a liquid lock that we can get in through. So I think what we actually do... So we could put gunk here, and that will work as a seal. And then if I put that there, then we can still climb down here. So we can just do these. Hello, Carmike. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Star Legend God. Currently on cycle 200, just got self-cooling. Wondering if I should start centralizing my power. I'm going to sort amount of scatter, cold gen, and batteries around my base not connected. Yeah, you could definitely do that. We've just got a simple setup here with power transformers. We just got them all connected up to the same heavy watt wire. And then we have some conductive wires coming off to feed the transformers. So these are the solar panels. And then we've got some conductive wires at the bottom, which are taking the power off to go to our consumers. That's generally what I like to do. Just shove all the transformers in a bit where your dupes don't go. And then just hook everything up with conductive wires. This works well if you have a lot of metal. If you don't have a lot of metal, you might just want to build the heavy watt wire throughout your base and tank the penalty to Decor. There was a run I did called Rhyme Revenge. I do actually have a YouTube summary of that one as well, where we actually didn't use transformers. All we did was we used a conveyor belt of coal across the entire map. And we just fed loads of coal generators next to whatever we were trying to power. Because they don't generate a huge amount of heat or carbon dioxide. It's enough that you can sort of manage it with local cooling. To a degree. And also, we had so many hatch ranches, we were making so much coal, we could power everything off coal. The problem is we ran out of rock to feed the hatches. We may have had like 400 plus hatches. And at that point, we didn't have enough diversified power sources to switch to something else. So that was fun. Yeah, that was a fantastic run. I'm going to have to make some more run summaries at some point. We have some real good history on this channel. I really want to do one of Oasis. I want to do one of the mouth breathers where we suffocated everyone with a giant steam cloud by accident. That was the one where we had to take mouth breathers only. And it was going pretty well until the steam cloud reached all the way from the bottom to the top of the asteroid. And overheated the spawn. That was not very good. 7 stream streak. Congratulations, Carmike. I'm very proud of you. I've got so much steam here. What happened? Oh, right, this pipe. So the thing is, these pipe segments are the ones which were letting the water out. So I think what I need to do... Do I have plumbing in this base? I do not. Okay. Well then. I think in that case I've just got to actually reverse this bridge. Or we're going to keep getting more steam in here. This was the original source of the problem. Right, let's think about this. So, I think for now what I'll do... I think what I'll do for now is I'll put some pedestals in, and I'll put some gunk on the pedestals. I think that makes sense in this case. Because I only want a small amount. And then we can put the steel gas pump. So if we set this... Okay, so the good news is the steam has cooled down this area a little bit. So what I could do is I could take this gas pump, shove it here, and then start pumping the gas out from there. Is this actually reachable? This is now reachable. Okay. And then that wire can go here. Okay, that gives them something to do. You fixed this, so this is a bit more insulated. That's good. What are you currently doing? Oh, you're removing the bridge? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we need to get that water out of there desperately. Yeah, don't worry about that pipe. Right, so that bridge could go here. Make that priority 9. Well, actually, make all of this priority 9. It's the old chestnut. The other thing is, now I can actually seal this end of the steam turbine. So let's go ahead and do that too. This is definitely the Steeler and Thing 2 show today. How's it going up here? Did we actually build all that pipe already? These guys are very quick at doing these things. Unfortunately, there is more dirt to cook on this conveyor rail, so I'll have to come over and clear it every now and then. And I'll have to tell them to just deconstruct these steam turbines. I mean, solar panels. Not the wire. Yeah, we'll be fine. But yeah, we're going to get some more emotes. I'm also thinking about... what I want to do is I want to set up Twitch ads in a way where it's not actually obstructive to the stream. Because I've realized it probably actually would be helpful for me to break it up into hour-long segments as well. So what I'm thinking at the moment is a 1 hour stream followed by a 3-minute fish break where we have a look at the fish. We just talk about other things so that people who get the Twitch ads don't miss out on the gameplay. And then we can run the ads, but it doesn't actually get in people's way. I'm trying to think about how I'm going to get that to work. It's not going to come immediately. I'm going to think about the right moment to do that. But I think it would help me. I think it would help giving me like a chance to like have a break midstream. Feel like it's justified having a break, you know? For the tiles for power transformers, did you use regular tiles or insulated? I'm using regular tiles at the moment, but I'm also running a pipe, a cooling pipe next to it. And it's not very powerfully cooled, but it's enough to just keep it ticking over, because each one generates a little bit of heat. Okay, let's go back to this asteroid again. I think you guys are going on break now. Maybe? No, you're still grabbing more rock. That's fine. Oh, you know what? Actually, if we're doing this, I can get rid of this pedestal later. And I can actually put a... I could actually put a battery here, a steel battery, and we could turn this into a power plant. So we can tune these ones as well and get even more power. Because that would be a substantial amount of power. We definitely have the metal. And these guys aren't going to have much to do once we've actually fixed everything. So let's definitely do that. I think what that means is I'll remove this as well. And then I guess I will put some doors here. These don't have to be made out of anything fancy. I could just put the battery here in this case. I think having the battery on that line is fine. Yeah. No, I'm feeling good about things. YouTube-wise, we also just released a video about the Printerceptor story trait. I thought it was really important to actually record that video because, A, I was thinking of updating my asteroid guide video to account for the new DLC asteroids, but also, the Printerceptor does change a lot about, like, when you pick certain asteroid combinations, because you can... If there's a combination of asteroids that's missing a certain biome and missing access to a certain critter, you can now get that critter with the Printerceptor. So I talk about all the cases where you can do that in that video. And in doing so, I cover all the new asteroids and the biomes that you find therein. So, yeah, I'm really glad I managed to fit that in. The next video on the list is the Lum video. It's the Blum Lum update video, based on what we just did in the No Electrolyzers run. So that'll be Sandbox Showcase 44. I know everyone wants to see the Dartle Rex one first, but I'm going to do the Blum Lum one first, just because we've actually done it on the stream. This is usually how it goes. We actually do it on stream, and then it gets a video. Other stuff requires more prep time, and I don't want to make a video where I'm not utterly confident about the subject matter. I'm not really in the business of trying to bullshit you people. Right, let's put the steel battery here. We'll make this out of steel, because we've got enough steel. We can always import more steel. Steel production on the main asteroid is fine. It's not exceptional, but it's good enough. I will put one here as well. And then that will hook up there. And then... I'm quite Oh. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, don't put it in there. We're going to put it here, but we're going to actually put the gunk in here first. We're going to steal off the room first. I'm doing this building errand first. That's kind of weird. Right, so that bridge is reversed, so that water's out the pipe now, so we shouldn't get any more steam. That should be good. Right, let's go check on the other asteroid again. We're still building these pipe segments, that's fine. That's going to take you a fair while. The good news is now we can actually look at the broken buildings and assess everything. Now it looks like a transformer is actually broken, which I don't think I knew about previously because of all the notifications. So yeah, I need to replace these ones. Replace them with steel, because we have more steel than gold amalgam. I don't know what one that's going towards. Let's just check if there's any others in this area. I think we wanted to replace all of them with steel eventually, because we're generating a lot of heat. Okay, so far, so good. It's not going awfully. I think we may still just be able to pump all the steam out. Especially if we lock these in a vacuum. The point is we have the tile of vacuum and then there's a proper heat seal. So even though it's getting hot in this room and it's getting hotter outside, there's no real issue. And the important thing is the metal on these conveyor rails isn't actually conducting heat with the environment outside. I did make sure to fully insulate those conveyors while still having a gap that the dupe can navigate through. Because the metal packets never go on the conveyor rail bridges. So at least we thought about that in advance. But we just need to make sure that the rest of the bodges don't really end up getting done. You're making... What are you making now? Why are you pressing on goop? Something gone wrong here? No, you can all get in here. Someone needs to build these pipe segments in this tile. Is this a case where the game thinks that we have access, but we don't actually have access? Did I yellow alert these? What will happen there? No, they're not even bothering. Oh, do we just not have enough building material? That may have been the case that we didn't have enough building material. I'm not 100% sure I believe that, but whatever. Right, you should be able to do this now, right? Why do some of these not have errands? Right, it is coming up on your list now. Okay, good. Right, they should fix everything again then. Oh, this is important. Guys, don't keep skimping on it. I also want to make sure that you put the gunk here. So, please do put gunk here. Would have been nice if that actually copied over. Yeah, this gas is still heating up, so I want to make sure that we do eventually sort this out. More heat is being added all the time. This coolant loop is only going to do so much. And I guess what we will have to do is we'll have to run a little radiant bit here just to keep the area cool for the pump, right? once this is actually isolated. So maybe just put a little segment here. And we'll see how that goes. Gas pumps generate heat. No. That would be very silly if they did, considering they're trying to vacuum out a room. I'm glad that is the case. Right. You can reach this. You can reach it from this tile. It's a bit weird. Okay, so we are actually pumping up the gas now. That is going to keep... Oh, right. Okay. I disassembled this for some reason. Right, put that back. Why did I disassemble the canister filler? That's weird. Okay, I think this is going slightly better than it went on Friday. I think I am alert enough on a Monday. Hello, Dith. Hope you're doing well. Right, yeah, you're in here. Please do come and finish off that tile. Please do come and dump the gunk as well. And then we'll go back and we'll... Jumbo battery is overheating. Yeah, that makes sense. Replace that with steel. We do just gradually want to replace all of this. Right, make sure to replace these right away, because it's probably broken something I don't know about. Can they actually reach this tile? No. No, they could totally reach this tile. What am I talking about? Are these guys getting confused over errands? Oh, I disassembled it for steel. You're right. We're importing metal. That's very true. Well, I'm sorry, but you're the last surviving fish. We do have 9 eggs, so that's not too bad. But we really are overheating this thing. We're going to need some active cooling to get this back under control. And this is hooked up to the cooling network for the base. This is definitely why we need the second Aquatuner. Right, so if we put cobalt in here... That water is actually starting to move now, good. The liquid bubbles are not very clear because we're building so much pipe on the other asteroid, but this should keep this pump cold now. We definitely need this to be built. That's fine, that is happening. Let's check what's happening with this coolant pipe. Right, it does look like they did the whole thing. Well, pretty much the whole thing. I'm just going to hook it up now. And then that should dump some of the excess water from the tanks in here. And then that could start running away. And then we'll have to come back in here and replace all of these damaged solar panels. A couple more that are still being removed. I did queue up all of them. It's only the ones where we actually had the conveyor rails. And that's only because they were conducting the heat from the tiles that the rails were going in. I don't believe the solar panels were absorbing the heat. Maybe they were. Maybe we actually need to put a conveyor rail bridge on each one. I don't know. I think we just need to actively cool the whole situation. We have the cooling on this asteroid. That shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I really want to get this meteor protection system refined. And I want to get it so we can actually export all the different materials. That's what I want to do. I want to get it so that we can export all the different materials with one build. Including liquefiables. Like snow and ice. And then I think we'll be at the point where we actually do... where we do actually make a Sandbox Showcase video about meteor defenses, because that one's been overdue for a while as well. Right, I think that will be okay. Yeah, you're all starting to cool down now. But the problem is, we're just dumping more and more heat into this water. That being said, I'm fairly confident we can actually get over here and set up the Aquatuner. It will have to go here, for sure. We'll keep the gunk here, and we will lower the Aquatuner down here so we can keep this tile here. I could put the Aquatuner in this room with this tungsten volcano. I would have to block off this ladder. Actually, I wouldn't. I just have to... the issue is, I just have to arrange the sensor in a bit of a weird way. Normally, you definitely want to have the sensor immediately adjacent to the ports. That's what's making me apprehensive. Maybe what we do is we move the battery. The battery doesn't have to be in here. And what I could do is I could actually just set them up so that they run in double series. But I need... or just so they run in series. But I need actually a different wire as well. So we need to build some transformers for it as well. I think that's fine. I think we'll get that sorted out. Right. Gunk's here. Remove these, empty this, and empty this, and then we'll tile over this bit. And then I can actually remove this bit here. Why aren't you building this? There is obsidian. Is it just too far away? Can I make this out of something else? The game says we have obsidian. Apparently we don't. Right. There we go. So that's good. So now I just need to tile this with anything, really. I need to remove this pedestal as well. There we go. I was supposed to have a vacuum in here. Let's dump some gunk in here as well. Right, you're built now. That's good. So let's set up the battery in here. This should count as a power plant now, so we can tune it. And we have plenty of metal and we have plenty of labor, so that should be fine. Oh, wait. Tile first. Tile first. That could be enable auto bottle as well if you feel like it. Oh, this needs to be set to 200 kilograms. Yeah, there you go. Okay, good, good. The gunk is the conductive element for this pipe here, so this should stay cool just fine. Fish have all died. This is not amazing, but the eggs will stay here for 5 cycles, and then they'll hatch, and then they'll take another 5 cycles for them to flop. Well, no. It won't take another 5 cycles for them to flop over. You know what I wish? I wish that if a fish was in a tank and some of the water was too hot, they wouldn't navigate to it. Let you manipulate where the fish go. I think that would be a good idea. Right, let's put the battery here. And then let's put the door here. So that's in a vacuum, but there is the gunk here. perhaps I should run this pipe up here as well. Like that, maybe? I'm going to make it a regular pipe just for those sections so that we get some transfer over to this battery to keep it cool. And then this should form a power plant as well, so I can come in here and tune this steam turbine as well. Also, I'm going to get you to launch... What am I going to get you to launch? I was going to send the depleted power banks back, because we don't need all these power banks here anymore. So, do me a favor and build a conveyor loader here, where we have an atmosphere. And then we could build a rail going out here, and then we could dump stuff in there. It's kind of jank, but I think it will do. Okay, I think stuff's starting to get a bit more under control again. Shit. Yeah, that one was on me. This needed to stay connected the whole time. Because we have a radiant pipe there now, cooling us down. So we have to keep this circulating at all times. I think it's still fine. I don't mind the occasional packet of polluted water getting boiled in here. It would be preferable if we didn't, but one packet isn't going to be the end of the world at this point. Right, so this is going in here. This will keep the battery cold as well. So, do I have a transformer that's free? So, this is for consumers. This is for the arcade cabinet. And I turn this one off. Oh, that one's for the arcade cabinet and for the rad bolt generators. So, I think I... Wait. Rad bolt generator? Oh, yeah, for the payload. Okay. That's fine. I think we can hook this one up then. Let's give it a try, and then... Oh, it just depends how much power we have. If this keeps dropping off, that's not going to be good. And then we got one down here that isn't going to anything, so this one can go to the second Aquatuner. So... This battery, I think, could get removed. I think we can actually just put the second Aquatuner in here. Now, we've got to make it out of steel, which means we've got to cannibalize some more steel, which is fine. I just need to find some buildings that don't have settings that I can switch over from steel to something else. And I think there's a few of them in this case, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, there's that pump down there, but that's made out of gold amalgam now as well. All of those transformers are steel. This is steel. Oh, that'll be enough, won't it? Because this is 400, right? No, it's 200. Crap. Well, I could replace this geotuner. That's not an issue. I can reconfigure that pretty easily. Let's make that out of cobalt. Yeah, we've got to get the second Aquatuner in, because frankly, we just accumulated a lot of heat debt. Even if potentially we only needed one thermal Aquatuner for the setting, for everything to work properly, like, without us screwing everything up, it's a bit too fragile with one Aquatuner. So we'll put two in. And then probably only one of them will need to run. Or they'll both run, but at 50% uptime. Which I'm pretty happy with. This is all overheating now. What's up? Okay. I want to put some more gunk here as well. Is it just because the gas is too... It might be because the gas is just too hot to conduct heat with anything... too small to conduct heat with anything now. Hot gas is drifting up. That, look... Okay, you know what this is telling me? This is telling me I should put a conduction panel here, maybe. We don't need any more gunk after this, either, do we? That should probably be a tile. Eh. You know what, let's tile that up quickly. Let's go for it. So, I want to make a conduction panel here. So that can be made out of... Probably tungsten. I could actually just run 2, couldn't I? Maybe just run 2. And then that can go up there, then come down here. But the point is, I will cut this off until we're ready to hook it up. Okay, so we're at cycle 854, and we haven't broken everything this time. That's good. Right, what's overheating? I mean, we know the gas pump's overheating. What else is overheating? We've got a door. I don't care about that. So this is now a power plant as well, so we should actually tune that. This gas pump, I do care about that. But don't auto-repair it. Let's go back to this asteroid just very quickly. So... the coolant pipe is recirculating now. The water's all running through here. Looks like the solar panels are all repaired. Good. Let's see what happens with that. And then let's keep doing all of this. Now, I've got some automation here based on the thing here. This is an ore gate. I think I was doing this to make sure we weren't running this if we were running out of power for something else. I think what I'll do is I'll just remove all of this automation for now. Because we need to run this, frankly. And yeah, we will just run these in series because I can't figure out where I'm going to put the thing. So you need to remove all of those things. That's good. Thing and thing. That's a good sign, isn't it? Usually I'm pretty good at not just calling everything a thing, aren't I? We need to keep it that way. Right, that's good. So now I can stick this in here. And then what I'll need to do is... what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this at above 30. Because if we run it through the Aquatuners twice, it'll get down to 2 degrees. And that's probably fine. Actually, you know what? Let's increase it to 44. I don't know. Let's leave it at 30 for now. We've got to keep running these things, haven't we? So what I'll do is I got to put a bypass in here. Do I? No. No, I actually don't need to put a bypass in here. Because this one isn't going to be automated. This one is just going to... wait. No, this one does have to be automated. Okay, you know what I could actually do? Hold on. I could actually sneak the sensor in here. I think that's actually sensible. Let's do it. Can I not make this into igneous rock? No, I can't. Okay. That's fine. Beggars can't be choosers. My gas pump has stopped working. You really fill up 200 kilograms of gas already? That's actually very impressive. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Can I just bring the canisters down here? Maybe I should just let this water absorb all of that heat from these gases. Because that's going to be a pretty big heat leak. Right, okay. Let's have a look at this. This doesn't need to be yellow alert. I do actually want you to build all of this. What else is going on? You can get this hooked up. That's fine. Actually, you know what? Make this priority 8. Press notification on the door. None of these doors need to work. This isn't actually running. That's good. The steam is very hot now. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens with this. Steeler is not quite the man for the job. Let's set this to priority 9. That is set to priority 9. We don't have the friggin' obsidian. Just make it out of sandstone. I need to turn this off if people aren't actually dumping magma in here. Because they keep getting interrupted errands. I did actually figure that out last time. Right, this pipe can now go up here. Nope, you didn't build the pipe. Okay, never mind. Why am I building an insulated pipe out of tungsten? What? Oh my god, I really don't have anything else, do I? What am I going to do now? Oh, there's some sedimentary rock here. I can dig this one tile of rock. Maybe that's going to help me out. I'm not making insulated pipe out of tungsten. Sorry. Right, you know what? I think these pipe segments could be regular pipe segments. And also, I could remove all of this pipe. That will help a lot. So please do that. We just need the rock. And we don't actually need to dump any more water in here, provided we don't break it. So that should end up fine. please actually build this. Okay, so now I can remove this tile. And then what I'll do is I'll put this here. And then I will fit another sensor and a bypass on this. Because what I could do is I can have the sensor here. This could go up here. Bypass could go in here. The issue is it needs to run the other way. It needs to prioritize the cooled liquid. Okay, so perhaps what I do then is I put the pipe here. This goes... Okay, let's put the bridge in. Because it doesn't matter what the bridge is made out of. And then I'll put the rest of the pipes in a sec. Perhaps once we get rid of this tile. Yeah, put the thermosensor here. This is a bit scuffed, but this is definitely the least scuffed option. Put that... Oh, right. Whoops. That's no good. That needs to be fixed immediately. Building melted. That's not a good sign. Oh. Yeah? Oh, it was made out of uranium. Okay, that's not a typical problem. That will need fixing. Oh, wow. That's a fun problem to have, isn't it? I don't mind there being a little bit of uranium in here. Yeah, I guess you're going to have to fix this somewhat quickly. Right, we have insulated rock again. So that can go there. And then this loop can go through here instead, and then we can set this, and then we can set this, and then everything should work properly again. You do have enough steel for this. Put a pipe here. Put a pipe here. The mission control station is overheating. What? Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, does this generate heat? It does. But I have it on the coolant pipe. Oh, the coolant pipe is just too hot. Okay, that's terrifying. Well, let's make it out of iron then. Actually, just make it out of steel. We have so much steel. Why not? We should literally be making everything out of steel we possibly can. That does mean the rocket has landed, though, right? No, the rocket is about to land. Okay. That's fine. They are... Okay, I think the progress is okay. This is going to be a very slow stream today. We do have a little bit of time to make sure we get everything correct. I'm confident we will fix everything, but it's going to be a little bit challenging. You guys aren't going to bed, are you? No, you're just grabbing more material. That's good. I think I need to make sure they're tuning these up, because the power is substantial. Right, you're nearly done. That's great. So then we just need these two pipe segments. Oh yeah, we're still boiling the isosap in here. That's fun. Very fun. What's in the pod? What we got? Joyous seeds. Sounds good. And yeah, once the Green Goblin lands, we'll just get it fueled back up with rad bolts, and then we'll go and actually find the water planet, because that was in the wrong place. Okay, good, you're actually building everything. How is this pipe situation looking? Not great. Looks like thing 2 is the last lot of rock needed for this thing. And then we actually need the power wire that this is going to connect onto. That's the next issue. So what I need to do is I need to put... Well, we can make this all out of tungsten, can't we? But what I will need to do is this will need to be a segment there. And then this pipe, this wire is going to have to connect into here somehow. Hello, Uglavisk. Wait, what's happened? Why didn't it play the alert? Why didn't it play the alert? I have it on. Hold on. What?
Hello there.
Oh, it's there. Just the dramatic pause. Okay, that's fine. Right. Ugh, this is irritating. Well, it's not like we have a shortage of refined metal. I guess I'll just do this. Right, that's the next thing we need to do then. It's all good. How are you doing, Uglavisk? We are fixing stuff in a much more controlled manner than the other day. Than Friday, where we just broke everything. Because we gave in to chat and decided to boil all the polluted water in hopes that would solve our problem. I just saw some water drip through this. Am I going crazy? I thought I saw some water dripping through that. But there's no steam. Well, there's a little bit of steam here. I think I should probably actually insulate this at some point. Yeah, maybe. Oh, you're just gonna take tungsten straight from the volcano? Yeah, sure, buddy. Great, okay. That one's on me. Right, so this one is gonna be set to 30, and then this one is gonna be set to 16. And we'll play around with that later, but there's no issue with me setting that now. Yeah, you got just a load of hot metal there. Well, tungsten does have a lot of heat capacity, so I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. I'm just going to let you crack on with that. Right, we have some... We have some of the right material again. No, don't change it to tungsten. Yeah, change that one segment to insulated. I think the rest of these I'm just going to leave for now. I'll let the dupes disassemble that pipe later. I don't think I was really planning on having a second Aquatuner running off of this, but at least I made sure I had enough room for the transformers. They're trying their best. Let's see. So wherever we've got a bridge, we can cut the wire. And then that could just connect through here. And then that wire, once we build that, we can connect that there, and then we can disconnect this. Oh, wait. That should be connected, shouldn't it? Or am I... No, wait. That wire is actually going into a different transformer. Don't do that, then. I'm not going to worry about that one immediately, though. Alright, disconnect that, and then that can go up here. And then you built that wire now, so you can go here. And then this pipe can just go in here, and that can connect here. Then remove that pipe segment. And then for now, it's just going to bypass because this isn't running. Oh, you need that output pipe as well. Yeah, well, you can. If you deconstruct that one, you'll have the output pipe. You know, you could just not oscillate. That would be really helpful. Right, okay, there you go. What's the situation over here? We've still got 9 Gulp Fish eggs. The water is still a bit too hot. There is some heat capacity left in the water. It's just not spreading very well. The cold water is not heating up very quickly because the hot water is so distant from it. Kind of weird to think about. You know, I don't think you actually need to do that. Oh, you're building stupid tungsten pipes. Don't do it. I'm gonna have to go into stupid metal overlay. Look for pipe now, aren't I? Well, that one can just be a regular pipe. That could just be sedimentary rock. That could just be sedimentary rock. Then we'll have more. Then we'll have more igneous rock again. Oh, you can't build this. You can't build that. Okay, let's build a sandstone ladder here. Then you can access that. The last wire. Okay, that's fine. Oh, the rocket is stranded in space because there was a slime tile here that I forgot about. Yes, very good. I did indeed forget about that, but I remembered that I forgot about it. It's quite laggy all of a sudden, isn't it? What happened? Okay, we're back. We're actually going to build this pipe segment now. Okay, you're cold, that's good. This is actually cooling down again somehow. We ended up with some gas in here. Well, maybe that's alright. It's not a perfect seal, but I guess it will do. Right, so now this means I should just be able to drag that across. I can start running through the conduction panel. That's going to actively cool this pump down a lot. So now I can just actually change this to maybe a gold amalgam pump. Let's try it. It died already? It did. It died because there was not enough gas pressure left, so all the remaining gas is very hot, and the steel conducted with it very quickly. But the conduction panels seem to be working well for this. In fact, a load of the steam seems to be condensing down here, which is not exactly what we wanted. But, well, we got to get this gas out of here. That's non-negotiable. This does need to be a vacuum again for it to actually end up stable. I mean, yeah, we did kind of tie this up. Looks like the sulfur is precipitating here now. Yeah, the skunk must have... Oh, the gunk boiled on this tile because the gas got so hot and there was so little gunk here. That's why we got the sulfur. But this should be fine now with the conduction panels. Right, so now we've got the liquid running through here. This is getting properly cooled. This will start to cool down the steam turbines. This will start to cool down everything again. This is going to be a lot of cooling. I wish we set this up so that it was primarily cooling the tank first. But 2 Aquatuners running on this should do fairly well. Also, looks like our power has actually gone back up. That's good. I'm going to make sure that we're tinkering all of these at priority 9 too, because that's going to help on the power situation. But keeping these volcanoes running and keeping these steam turbines running is going to be very helpful for this. Building melted. What? A pipe? That's hilarious. An insulated pipe melted. You'll have to see it. This door is overheating? That's... Wait. Why is this overheating? This is a self-cooled steam turbine. How has this actually stayed cold for so long? These are all self-cooled steam turbines. Right, I don't care about that. What are the Floxes doing? We haven't looked at them in a while. Yeah, they're doing fine. We have 3 Flox eggs now. Good. Right, the Green Goblin has landed. We still have a fair few power banks in here. I think that will do. I'm not desperate to make more data banks, so I don't think I'll get them to do that. Oxygen situation is good. We have 21 tons of oxalite in here. So let's just see how long it takes to actually refuel the rocket. Not very long, I don't think. Got enough power to run all of these for sure. In fact, we're still making some diamond on the side. That's good to see. Let's keep focusing on this asteroid, though. Right, okay, the gold amalgam pump is working, and the fact that it's such an insulator is kind of good for us, but this is still heating up pretty quickly. I think this does ultimately need to be steel. I think the gas will reach that steel temperature, but it needs to be conductive. Gold amalgam's a trap. I just needed them to rebuild it. And the more gas we get out of here, the better. The important thing is the conduction panel will work even if it is in a vacuum. But this just needs to be conductive enough for it to make sense. Okay, so... Are you actually going to tune these? No pending deliveries. This means we need to make microchips, right? That's true, we need to make microchips. Did we determine it was quicker for them to fabricate microchips or just go on break? Because at the moment, I'm pretty sure they don't have any breaks. They do, actually. They have a little break here, but it's not bedtime. So the microchips are free on bedtime, but I think they make them quicker. I think they make them quicker with the power control station. We do have one up here. Let's set this to priority 9. And you're making it out of tungsten. I mean, they should get on that pretty quickly. Looks like we removed all those pipe segments. Right, can I actually get you in here dumping the magma again? Is that a good plan? Put these to magma. Because now the turbines should be better controlled. We should be able to tune them. We're still getting all the tungsten out. Getting the gas out gradually. There's not going to be that much gas left in here. Yeah, and this temperature will definitely stay below 200 degrees. Or 270. The fish are in here and all scolding. There's still 2 eggs left. This is kind of bad. I need this to start actually cooling down. Okay, the water is starting to get to the point where it's cold enough. Running out of power. By power bank charges here. I did set up some discharges, didn't I? Did I? I may have had a discharger here at some point. I think perhaps for now. The thing is, these power bank charges are all kind of tied into different power networks. Each one is going to its own thing. Although this wire here, maybe I can cut this wire off for now and stop charging power banks on that. Yes, this one I can turn off for now. So I'm going to do that. Turn that off for now. Stop charging up so many power banks. It is nighttime, so the solar power isn't here, which is why these aren't running all the time. This one here isn't particularly well sealed, so we're getting quite a lot of heat transfer here. Now, what can I do about that? I could definitely put a tile here. A tile here. I mean, that would help, but not a lot. We need to stop the gas getting in here. Actually, you know what we could do? We could put a pedestal here and then put some liquid here. That would help. Perhaps what I do here... Actually, you know what? Perhaps what I do here, I'll set up the little vacuum seal here too. We can get rid of these doors for now. The vacuum seal is more important. And then what I can do is I can put a tile there. Tile there. And then you can have a tile here. It's so funny the steam is condensing and reboiling on this. Maybe eventually this is going to get rid of the magma. I doubt it, though. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. You know what? I think I'm just going to disable these ones for now. In fact, yeah. I'll tell you what. Disable the buildings. And then we'll reconnect this wire back up. Because we may want to use the molecular forge. To make some more insulate, you know? Gotta get these 2 thermal aquatuners running. Thing 2 is irradiated, that's funny. Oh, I'm sure you could have thought of a more efficient way to navigate through this. Yeah, this one's pretty well insulated by the liquid blob. I still want to dump more gunk here, though. I'll put a bottle empty here. Or, actually, you know what? I don't think I even need to do that. I think I can just get you to relocate this bottle of gunk. Yeah, relocate that there. And then empty it. That's a big bottle, though. That's gonna leak everywhere. Yeah, if I do that, that's gonna leak everywhere. Well, maybe what I do for now, then, is I get them to build a tile once the gunk is here, and then I open it. That's probably what I do. Building entombed. The platform? Well, that's not very cash money. Oh, this material all got boiled by the Radbot engine. That's funny. Rocket's nearly ready to launch. Yeah, build those tiles. And then if we do that, and then that, then we can make sure there's a vacuum there as well. And then I think I'll probably just put the pedestals back here to form the seal. And I'm just going to get you to form a tile here now, so we can just empty the skunk over here. Right, you're both running now, that's good. So long as we have one fish survive, we'll be good. Oh, I can remove all this pipe. That's good. That's more material for us. Right. Empty this. Then that gunk should all flow out this way. Or Stealer. Right, that's good. Oh, that's not good. We got steam in here. We got steam. I mean, I guess it's eventually going to boil. I think that will solve itself. It just means that Stealer is trapped for the foreseeable. Maybe that's alright. Right, I don't care about this door being broken. That's fine. Right, rocket is almost ready to go. Not quite. Okay, you're idle now. This steam will boil. It should be fine. Oh, okay. Igneous rock for you. Need to put gunk in here. This water isn't conducting heat with anything. That's bad. Can I just put ladders here? Can we just do that? Just do that for now. Then we can deal with this in a minute. Oh, it's because we got this pipe here. Right, can I just actually just disconnect this for a sec? And then this will heat up. No, it won't heat up. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm just gonna have to tile this then. Actually, you know what I could do for now? I could lower this and then rebuild it, maybe. You've sealed with water? I mean, that's not really what I want. Yeah, put those ladders there. Remove this. What are you up to, thing 2? Just expelling gunk? Fair enough. We do need more gunk. You're doing the Lord's work. Right, Steeler can now escape. That's good. Right, this water is actually starting to get cold enough now. That's good. So I'm going to rebuild the radiant pipe here to make sure that it's cooling down. So what we need to do is we need to make sure the water is below 25 degrees C. So I'm going to set it here. No, it's minus 25. Nice try. So let's put a radiant pipe here. And a radiant pipe here. To start. What I could do... I mean, this gunk is hot. That's the issue as well. This gunk is hot. I'm going to put a radiant pipe here as well. I'm actually going to make these radiant too. No, not the Paku fillet. We've got like a cycle to do that. We've got to make sure these are tuned. That's the issue. We have microchips. Just enjoying their power banks at the moment. You know what? I'm going to disable these two. We've got plenty of power banks stored up at the moment. We just need these Aquatuners to run. Oh, and I'll set the Geotuner back here. There you go. That will help. Right, rocket is ready. So, summon crew, select destination. I believe we're just going to do a triangle. So 7, 6, 7. Something along those lines. See if we can find this planet. Ugh, and we've got to watch the rocket launch, haven't we? It'd be rude not to. We built this... we spent ages working on the Radbot rocket. Also, we need to dump the artifact before I forget about that. Remove the pristine fossil. And this should be... We should be able to get the last artifact for cosmic archaeology. We'll still need all the terrestrial artifacts, but at least the space artifacts are done. Just blast that fossil to Kingdom Come. It was pristine until we launched a rocket on top of it. Oh, is Bert going to pick it up? Oh, there we go. Good timing, Bert. Wow. Not bad, not bad. Begin launch sequence. Good. I very much like this Radbolt engine. Some hot sand, though. Did it just turn to rock gas? I think it did. That's hilarious. Good. Right. Loads and loads of power banks have been turned off now, so these should be running. Oh. Right. You know what? Let's go full ham. There is water in this cooling loop, isn't there? Did we get some in here accidentally? We didn't. Okay, that's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this to 16 and 2. And we're just going to make sure that everything is nice and cold in here for the fish. Because if it isn't, we're in big trouble. Because this is our last gulp fish. We're having to restock the fish. And these fish are what we're feeding to the tree to get our insulate. We don't have any other Pacu left. So you know what? Actually, I'm going to set this to above 0 for now. No. Oh, God. You know what? I'm getting confused by the filter gate. That's what's happening. Are we cooling this down now? Not quite. You need to keep running. You're coming in here with the stuff. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to... Let's see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect this. And then I'm going to flip this. I'm going to keep the fish flopping around up here for now. In the air. Is that a better idea? I don't know. Will they scold in air? The air is hot. I mean, the good news is this has cooled down a fair bit. Can I also get you to just dump some gunk here? Is that too much to ask? Okay, the gunk is poured down here. That's good. So let's rebuild this. And then we can tile this. And get rid of the gas. We don't have any gunk. No, we have loads of gunk. You have a bottle filler of gunk, right? Yes, here. Okay. Right, the bad news is the fish is flopping and they're scalded, so I'm going to have to set this here. We're going to have to let you out. They are indeed scalding in atmosphere. Now, what I could do is I could put the last egg in the bin. And then we got 10 more cycles. Is that wise? I don't know, but I'm going to do it. You going to flop? Okay. Still taking damage, though. Ah, I'm so annoyed by this. We're almost there. Oh, we can't actually reach that tile. I think I need to put a ladder here to do that. You're really just going to stay in the scalding tile. Plenty of nice cold water over here, but you'd rather just scald to death. I'm going to have to yellow alert this, otherwise this fish is going to hatch. I think this will end up alright, provided that we actually just get this water in here and we get the radiant pipe in here. Right, so there is one egg in here. And that egg is going to crack in 10 cycles. So cycle 867. We've got to get this water below that temperature by then. Okay. This isn't quite a vacuum, but we can make it a vacuum pretty easily. This tile I can remove as well. Let's open the blueprint, see what we got. Gamma velour pants. Wow, okay. Fancy. Then we can dump all the gas out of here. There's a lot of gas in here, actually. And you can just tile this. Right, I think we're starting to see some results. But we've got to get all of this water below 25 degrees, otherwise the next fish will be just like this one. Okay, the gunk is actually cold. So what that means is I can actually remove the egg from here, and the fish can hatch in the gunk. Wait. No! He's been picked up. The fish has been hijacked. I can set this to... No, I don't know. The egg is back. Is this gunk actually being cooled actively by this pipe? No. Okay. Okay, but the difference is now what I could do is I could just set this to above, and then I can keep that door closed. Oh, right. Hold on. No, that's not right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this one off to eggs. The gulp fish eggs specifically for now. And then relocate you manually here. Because this tile is now cold enough that the fish will survive, at least. This one's getting there. And then we can relocate the fish later once the tank is cold enough. What's in the pod? A digging booster? We really don't need a digging booster. Jumbo battery's broken. Okay, let's replace that with steel. Seems good. How's the steam looking? Yeah, the steam's still looking fine. We're gonna get there in 1.1 cycles. Okay, this water is getting down to temperature now. We did just need the second Aquatuner. Okay, I'm fairly confident this should all work now. The next thing to do is just to do this liquid lock. We've ended up with a tile full of water. That's excellent. Good job. You could put another insulated tile there, I guess. And then empty this. Empty this, and then we'll just tile this over. So the water's coming out at about 4 degrees. These turbines are already heating it up a fair bit. To be fair, this is actually providing some nice cooling for like the whole base to a degree. I still do probably want to insulate these though. So what I could do is, if I put a tile here, I could put a bottle emptier here. And then I could put a bottle emptier here. I don't think I need this ladder. Right, that's a vacuum. That's great. Okay, and then I'll let the steam out of here. So that could just do something. And then I think that will be all of the turbines fully sealed off with the coolant pipe with the 2 Aquatuners. And then once everything's getting tuned up again, we should have some extra power. Because once we stop giving these guys errands, they should have plenty of time to do all of these tasks. Right, and then I'll need to remove this so we can put the door back. That's very important. And you will need the battery again. So that we actually do tune you. And that can just go here. We've got 46 tons of tungsten, though. That's pretty good. Obviously, when the volcanoes go dormant, they won't be generating power, but we also won't need that much power for actually running these. Can we... Okay, let's set this to the empty power banks. Send back the empty power banks. Not in here. Here. Manual load these. I'll set that to priority 1. You're fully charged. Oh. I need automation here. When you are fully charged, you need to turn this off. I should have done that a while ago. Whoops. Where's all our power going? It's funny how they make you use the not gate for that. Okay, this water is getting cooler. There's still some scalding patches. Do I want them to rebuild the whole pipe? I don't know. I mean, pipe's cheap. Could do this. It's not like we're short of refined metal, is it? Yeah, go ahead and do that, and then the rest of it should cool down pretty well. The fish is just about to hatch. What a miracle. And you are not scolding. So we have indeed saved a fish. That is the last gulp fish. The last! Right, and now I just want you to dump a bit of gunk in here. Better seal this off. Although, actually, what I probably want to do, I probably want a little bit to dump up here as well. So let's stop. Let's not dunk in here yet. And let's insulate this tile as well. And then maybe I'll just shut this one off. Did I save the goldfish, or is that the last one briefly before it dies? No, we did save it. No, we have actively cooled this down now. The aquatuners have gotten cool enough. The water in the pipe has gotten cool enough. The water in the tank is still too hot, but it is cooling down. And the more radiant pipes we build, the faster it will cool down. So that should be fine. And then they'll get breeding again, and then everything will be fine. Got some liquid phosphorus up here. That's okay. Right, good. Is this actually all working then? Can we just start grabbing the magma again? That's the next part of this plan, isn't it? I guess I'll do that in a minute. Actually, you know what? Don't bother deconstructing this ladder. Because I'm just going to deconstruct this door instead. We don't need 2 doors. This is definitely supposed... This is definitely supposed to be gunk here. Both of these tiles are supposed to be gunk. What happened? This is the more egregious heat leak, isn't it? Or should I just seal this off now? I think I'm just going to seal this off now, if I'm going to be really honest. Yeah, go for it. Please don't seal yourself in here. I'll put a pedestal in here as well. We may need to break back in future. Okay, let's put you here. Can we actually make rad pills here? No, we can't. You are now sealed off, so... Wait. Did I just... Oh my god. I just sealed 332 kilograms of steam outside the room. That was... that was definitely not the plan. Do I want to delete that? I think I want to shove it back in the room, don't I? Oh, God. How am I going to solve that, then? Well, we can think about it. This one is not a race today. Or it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. That's what they say, isn't it? Why have we just opened up every tab? It's not very handy. Gunk. Thankfully, the steam is heavier than the oxygen and stay down here. Otherwise, we'd have some real issues. Who knows? Maybe we will still have some issues. Yeah, get that in there. If we do this one first, then I'm kind of hoping we can push the steam back into the room that way, because there's already steam here. Then remove this. To be honest, remove that, we'll put it here. I'm glad this is all looking nice and under control now. I'll leave that pedestal here just in case we need to do this again. Right, this tank of water is definitely cold enough now. We can relocate the fish. The water is cold enough. There's no tile that's... Oh, there is a tile that's above 25. Okay, just leave it. There's no point rushing it. There really isn't a point rushing it. Not until the fish is an adult. Good thing fish reproduce quickly, eh? Right, you've been turned off. That's good. Very happy about that. Gila, I'm sad. I should have given you a construction booster, but you're the max geotuning guy. This is your job. You should be geotuning stuff. When you need to, that is. We're getting there. We're getting there. Right, I need to dump gunk here. They know that. That's good. Bottle empty here. I think it's just that one tile of water left. Actually, there's a lot along the bottom that's hot too. Okay. But the water here is definitely cold now. That's good. You're not dormant, are you? No, you go dormant in 90 cycles. You go dormant in 20 cycles. Okay. How's the gas looking? Yeah, gas is still very hot. That's we are aware of that. Okay, we know we're not putting the Aquatuner down here. I set these back to Magma. I'm going to get you to priority 8, build a igneous rock one, I think. Try and pump out the rest of this magma. Because ideally, I don't want to actually remove all the heat from the magma. I just want to put it in some bottles in a vacuum and have it be nice and safe. That's all I really wanted. I think I'll just put it here for now. Will that work? Is that viscous enough? I don't think it is. Let's put an obsidian one down here. Can we actually reach this? Yes. I'll need to build a ladder first. Yeah, so build that ladder first. Actually, yeah, just keep doing those pipes for now. That'll do. Right, gunk. We need gunk in here. And I'm gonna yellow alert this. Oh, fish. I'm so glad that you hung on. Yeah, this water's nice and cold now. That is good. Getting in the right direction. Where are you going? You're building more pipes. That's fine. I kind of want you to do this because, like, this is an actual issue. Why do we not have gunk in here? Oh, you just delivered a big bottle. Okay, that's fine. Right, this should flow out of here and form a vacuum. That's good. So this is now properly vacuum sealed too. This water will sort itself out at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. So that's properly vacuum sealed now. That's done. Okay, remove. Remove. And then we need to empty this. Why do I still have the security door here? I'm just going to remove this. We don't need a security door. Get it out of here. We got half a fungal spore. I wonder what the story behind that is. Right. I think the steam got pushed back in here. That's the desired outcome. So now I just need to tile this. Once we remove the pedestal. And then that should be sorted. And then that should be all of our volcano rooms vacuum sealed. Now the only issue is this gunk is still heating up. You're gonna boil again. It could boil again. I think this pipe needs to go up here. Yes, the issue is the mass is low enough that the gas is hot enough where the conduction panels aren't. So we do need to run the pipe through this. So I think I need to yellow alert these. Currently removing the pedestal, that's fine. We've still got a couple of tiles at the wrong temperature, but this water is very quickly cooling now. Right, okay, so now I just need to build a tile here. What about the rocket? The rocket is in the destination, okay. So I need to have a look around. So I could go for 13 tiles. Perhaps I've done this the wrong way. I'll tell you what, just go here for now, and then after that, go here, grab the artifact. I think finding this planet is going to be hard. Right, so that can get hooked up here. And then that will cool down the gunk, and then that will make sure that doesn't explode. This gunk over here, the gas isn't quite so hot. I'm confident this will hold. You're irradiated too. What are you guys getting all irradiated for? The Wheezeworts. That was the conclusion. The Wheezeworts were irradiating everyone. But, I mean... rather that than Slime Lung, maybe? Maybe. Right, the pipes are getting built. That's good. So, now the temperature is pretty low. There's a couple on the base of the tank that are too cold. That are too hot. And other than that, we're okay. Obviously the ones by the Tapidies are hot, but they're supposed to be hot. I think as soon as these two drop below 25, we should be fine. And it will happen. Now what about this water pipe here? I think I'm just leaving this now. I don't want to dump any more water in here. Not at the moment. It's overheating. Scalding. Oh. Yeah, I guess. Oh! Whoops. I guess we can't put this here because we need... Oh, right. Yeah, we kind of need you to not do that. Although, if you're here, can you just sweep this up? No. You're still scolding even though the water's dripping on you? Okay, this is not good. Okay. Get back. We got a heal thing too now. So, triage cots over here. Yeah, you definitely can't go down here, fortunately. Oh god. Don't repair this. You were the wrong dupe to do this task, Stealer. But we've got to make sure they can't get down here. Okay. Not good. The gunk did boil. I'm gonna have to actually insulate this, aren't I? Right, well the good news is we can put the fish back in the tank. The water is definitely cold enough now. Hello, pun crates. I'm not hungry anymore. I was hungry, then I ate, and now I'm not hungry anymore. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad. Hope you're doing well. Right, I think things have practically almost been fixed. We did have gunk here, and something happened. Let's dump the gunk here again. This steam is not hot enough to boil gunk. So something weird has happened. Possibly someone coming in here and grabbing some hot material they shouldn't have. Oh, that's definitely a thing. I need to make sure people aren't coming in this room. I want people to be able to access it in an emergency, but I want to make sure they don't generally come in here. But you're still fine. You're gonna be there. Oh, there's actually a destination here. Oh, hold on. Just go here for now, and we'll see what this is. I really hope that's a water planet. I don't want to keep exploring forever. Oh, we don't have wrangling. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, no. Oh, we don't have wrangling. I need to make a wrangling booster. Or a ranching booster. Oh, they're going to have to make it over here because we don't have enough microchips. Right, let's see. One ranching booster, please. And then you have got to send ranching boosters, which you already are. There's nothing else on this conveyor. So we should be fine. I believe we've sent all the refined phosphorus. Because there's no metal volcanoes here. Wait, are there metal volcanoes here? Yes. Well, then we shouldn't have sent all the refined phosphorus then. We'll stop sending it. We still need some on this planet. We have... yeah. We're going to need at least some, because we're using the aluminium volcano for power as well. I think we'll be alright. This phosphorus setup has worked absolutely fine. By the way. And this iron volcano has stopped being so temperamental as well. It's good. Right, what now? We still need to dump some gunk on here, and we need to fix this again. The insulated tile, I think, is probably going to be necessary at this point. Oh, I'm very glad. I'm glad that we're finally fixing the problems with this asteroid, and it's just taking a while. But this should all work. We should be able to leave it all. Wait, what are you up to? I feel bad because we have very much scolded the bionic dupes. Oh yeah, you're resting. Yeah, we injured both of them. Where are you going? Grabbing some rock. Are we out of phosphorite? No, we're not out of phosphorite. They just haven't been bothering with feeding these. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I can let you rest after all this. Hello, Federal Offense 1. What is up? Sour Castle Bust is up. We're on the Tungsten Asteroid at the moment. It's cycle 860. And we have just about managed to get everything under control. We have two bionic dupes here that have just been hanging out this whole time. We accidentally let some gas into our magma zone with the tungsten volcanoes. We're just about at the point where we've thermally isolated everything. We have a coolant loop running past the steam turbines. The volcanoes are geotuned, but we've been able to handle the heat from the geotuned volcanoes just fine.
Killer fish.
Nobody redeemed first today. You called that, but thank you very much for the follow.
I don't know
hope
what
you
I am, but I taste really
hope you
good.
enjoy your fishy and froggy
killer
emotes that you now have access
Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
Yeah, you are first. Yeah, definitely. Like, almost, like, yeah, we got another hour or so, but, like, this is probably a bit too late for first, normally. Right. You know what? I suspect once we actually put this tile here, we might be okay. This might stay isolated enough that it's fine. Seek fluid intake, good idea. I've got a smoothie. I'm a bit annoyed because I've now got 2 smoothies on the go, but here we are. We've got an innocent tropical focus. That's what we're doing. We rebranded all these. Make us seek food intake. No, but the difference is I need to make sure that I'm drinking something that's not Pepsi. That's what that command's for. That's really good. But yeah, I definitely do not need seek food intake in January. Right. Okay, so it's still heating up, isn't it? I'm just going to dump some more gunk in here. I feel like eventually the gas pressure will drop to the point that this is going to stop being an issue. The first is go out of stock if someone buys it. You might want to change that. What? It should. No, it says all rewards claimed for this stream. Check again on the next stream. It seems to be working for me. It says buyable for you. Maybe that's because you're the one that redeemed it. Oh, we can access all of this rock. That's weird. It's a visual bug. There. Right, we don't care about doors overheating. This does not matter. It probably should matter at some point, but it just doesn't. Yeah, this has turned from a 2-dupe operation to a 1-dupe operation. But, to summarize, the point of this run... This is our classic asteroid where everything's going on. This is an Oceania asteroid that we completely demolished. Completely. And we dumped a load of water on the magma biome, and we're gradually cooling this all down so we can build down here as well. And the point of all of this is we're going to export all of the geyser products to other asteroids where we're setting up space colonies, and we're going to run a massive sour gas boiler on here that's entirely self-sustaining off of critter recycling. So I've added my newest video here. But yeah, we're at 7 FPS on this view. It's not great. I am saving up for a new computer, for a new desktop computer. I'm probably going to buy it in a couple of months before the prices get even more out of hand. But yeah, there's still stuff to do before we start building all the really big infrastructure. This is just sort of the, like, actual functional colony infrastructure at the moment, running off of geysers, and just making sure that all the critters are safe as well. Like, we got Pacus up here, we got a load of puffs in these rooms, we got some floxes down here. Yeah, we do. We have some pike apples on the floor as well. That's fine. They're deep frozen. That's good. But they're in oil, so they're going to go off eventually. Edibles can leave here, can't they? Pike apples not counted as edibles? They're not. That's funny. Select them. Hopefully it gets better FPS once it's mostly one gas. Yes. We are kind of gradually trying to process all the gas on the asteroid. Very gradually indeed. We have a load of slicksters down here. This asteroid spawned without an oil biome. We did it intentionally so there weren't any oil reservoirs that we had to deal with. But what that meant was... so, because you have Oceania, there's loads of ocean biomes everywhere. And this asteroid also has magma channels, technically. But we've sorted all of that out with the steam room. But the magma biome and the ocean biome work together to completely delete the oil biome. So, because we had no oil biome, we didn't have any access to slicksters. So we had to wait for a random print after cycle 500 to get a slickster. So we're very conscious to keep the slicksters here, because we need them for all our carbon dioxide recycling later. We're going to need a lot of them. Probably just the molten slicksters. But they're all here. Also, this is food production as well, right? We had too much carbon dioxide on our asteroid, so we're getting rid of all of it and turning it into food. But eventually, we're gonna have hundreds of them in actual ranches. But for now, we're just letting all of the glum ones hang out over here to keep eating the rest of the CO2. And it's working. The gases are gradually equilibrating. More CO2 is falling over here occasionally. They are gradually eating enough. Maybe I need to get some long hair slicksters, so we can actually eat all of this oxygen. I'm kind of trying to pump that into my Atmos suits, I think, but I'm not sure that's been happening very well. Oh my god. Get me out of here. Right. But we have a box space over here. This is all sealed off by liquid locks. So the dupes are completely isolated when they're in here. This room has gotten quite hot now, but that's fine because we don't have any farms in this bit. You'll kill off a whole species worth by killing one tile of your slicksters. Yeah. You bought your PC a mess ago before all this mess happened. Funny story is big companies are immune to the part rising them on purpose to make more profit. I know, right? It's so sad. I am going to get it sorted out, but I just need to figure out exactly what I want and where I'm going to put it in my room. That's why I've held off. And also, frankly, I've had a very busy life the last few months. It's only now getting to the point where I'm less busy and I can actually start focusing on projects again. And that's why we've been getting more YouTube videos as well, because I've actually had some time to work on the YouTube videos again. So I'm very slowly getting through my backlog. Right. What else is going on? What was I doing? The rocket. You found the teapot. We already have the teapot. Now, you have... how many files left? We have 11. Ugh. Stretch. Ugh. Good idea. Ugh. Ah, that makes my back feel better. Right. 8 hexes, so... we don't have enough to get here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and then we're going to come back. Because I need to see if the planet is next to the teapots. I don't think it is. But we've got to find all these things. Let's see, more briar seeds. I'm going to keep taking all the decor seeds. Seems like a good idea. Right, you built this. I'm going to dump more gunk here again. Looks like you are actually picking up some magma and dumping it, really? Oh, you're getting down here and grabbing this magma, aren't you? It's not really what I wanted. I mean, I do kind of eventually want it all on one tile, but, like, not that much. I'm going to have to make sure you dig all of this. That's very important. We should not be able to reach any of these tiles. But at least that's condensed. That's a good start. Oops, is slowly healing up. Right. Do we have the ranching booster? We do. So who's going to take this? Is it Steeler? Steeler has all research except for athletics. I kind of want to keep the... actually, you know what? I think you've got enough athletics from all of your other boosters that even with... oh, we already had a ranching booster here. That's kind of awkward. Oh, whatever. Clearly, I did think about it at one point. Yeah, we're going to go put the Pacu in here before they become an adult. And then they can start breeding properly again, and then we can actually restock our entire fish population. Because this water is now definitely cold enough. But I guess first you're going to go dig all of this. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Oh, you're grabbing that magma. Well, there's not that much magma there. That's probably fine. Oh, there's a lot of magma there, though. I do like our contraption we've got to make sure they just drop the magma bottles over here. But, yeah, you need to go do the other thing. Grab the fish. Unreachable move? Excuse me? How? Wait. Do you have to be standing next to the fish to wrangle it? There's no way that's true. Do I have to put a fish trap here then? I'm beginning to think this is a bad move. Just wrangle. Thing 2 is not permitted to wrangle. What? Why not? Oh, right. Oh! Okay. Weird. Oh, that would explain it. Right, okay. So, surely now I can relocate you here. That was the whole issue, right? There you go. What a weird situation that was. Right. You're broken, that's fine. Remove you. Empty you. So long as the fish gets in here before it's 5 cycles old, we're okay. You probably don't need that much rope for a single baby fish. Try a bag. The bags are usually better. Oh, I need to adjust my camera slightly. Hold on. There we go. Fish is now in the main tank yet again. There you go. And then you'll get happy once you can actually go in the critter condo and eat from the feeder. There you go. Good job. Body temperature is high, but that's fine. That's why we've got the critter condos in here. That way you can keep the fish at a temperature that they don't want to be at, and they'll still breed. Yeah, no, good. The other thing is, yeah, so we're keeping gulp fish in here for 2 reasons. 1, we're feeding the gulp fish to the tree for isosap. And 2, we are actually using the gulp fish to cool the base, because when gulp fish spawn, they spawn at minus 12.5 degrees C. This guy has warmed up a fair bit because he's been sat in a pool of gunk. But they weigh 200 kilograms even as babies, and when they turn into an adult, their temperature resets to minus 12.5 degrees. So every fish that enters and exits the tank generates a substantial amount of cooling if you manage to keep them in a conductive liquid for long enough. So that was partly what I was trying to do as well, to reduce the amount of time you need to run these thermo aquatuners for. You do still need to actually get in here and tinker, right? Oh, we need a door. Yeah, okay. Put the door here. Then we got gunk in here again. So turn that off. That's too much gunk again. This water doesn't really seem to be conducting temperature with anything though. I think this may actually be alright. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I think this is fine. The gunk doesn't look like it's heating up. Maybe we just do that for now so we don't have to worry about it. Right, and that means I need to reset this to accept the eggs again. Because now we want all the other eggs to go on this tile. And this room is 85 minus 4 minus 6. So that's 79 tiles. That means we can have 9 fish in here with the water. There is more water up here. If I dump a load more water in here and we close this door, then the water is going to spill over and ruin everything again. Let's just leave it to 9 for now. Now we've got the second Aquatuner. I don't think we need to have quite as many fish as I was talking about before. You love spills? I don't love spills. Oh, I know what happened. They were running past this with the magma. That's what was happening. So that should be sorted now, right? You're full of gas again. Keep pumping. I'm going to have to manually keep setting this a few times. There is ultimately a lot of gas in this room, believe it or not. Right, thing 2 is healing up, that's good. What's the star map like? We got a bioluminescent rock. Okay. To be honest, we're not going to find a planet. The orbit of the planet is going to be clear, right? So we're not going to find a planet next to these space POIs. So let's just head home. Refuel. Don't abandon ship. Actually vent the storage. Get a different artifact. Nah. Let's go home. And then we'll go in the different direction next stream. So I guess the next stream of this, we will hook up the heavy watt wire on the base asteroid again. And make sure that the 2 power spines are finally connected. Wait. Look, it's finally happening. The polluted water is bursting out of here. Shit. Who warned me about this ages ago? Definitely someone. That's why we keep getting more steam in here. I've seen it happen now. Yeah, look. Some weirdness happening, but it's happening very gradually. It's my fault for not believing you earlier. Yeah, please build these. Can't believe that was actually an issue. Hello, Frey774. Hope you're having a good day. We're having a good day because we actually fixed this. We had a load of gas get into our vacuum room and it was causing all sorts of issues, but it's actually kind of working properly now. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. But you should stop dumping this water in here now. And then we can get the steam out of here. Then you're going to keep taking all the magma. Do I really want to shuffle it from this end to the other end? I don't know. Is that a productive use of their time? I'm not really sure. Definitely dig this igneous rock. Could do with you healing up again, to be honest. Is there actually anything else that needs doing now? I think the answer might be no. I'm going to save it here. We're going to keep going, but I'm going to save it here just because, just because we finally fixed everything. I think everything else will just gradually get sorted out as we do other things. But maybe we start thinking about how to connect up this heavy watt wire now then. Because essentially the situation we've got is, we've got 2 different power spikes. We've got a heavy watt conductive wire over here. which has a potential load of 28 kilowatts, but in actuality, it's only about half of that usually. And then over here, we have a heavy rock conductive wire with a potential load of 11 kilowatts. This means we can combine them both together into one centralized power spine. And you can see we have an awful lot of wires on our base. But they're actually slightly better organized than usual. A little. They're more organized than they are on the other planet, at least. Now, the issue is... I don't need to move all these conductive wires then, don't I? Well, my point is... the temperature down here is now actually cool enough that we can put steel transformers here. So, perhaps this is what we do for the rest of today. We actually... oh god, there's so much steam in here, though. I'm gonna... oh, you know what I'm gonna need to do? I'm gonna need to tile all of this and push everything out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna need to do. Oh, okay, don't yellow alert all of this. I'm gonna need to push out all of these tiles with igneous rock so that the steam isn't in the way. And then we're gonna have to actually open up this area so that we can build more transformers down here. This is going to take a while, and we do eventually need to do this because we're eventually going to have actual real industry down here. And we're going to run the heavy watt wire along the bottom of the asteroid in between the neutronium gaps. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be building this floor up with the obsidian, mostly because the obsidian kind of blends in with the neutronium, the True Tiles mod. So this is something to do as well. But then what I actually need to do is I actually need to get in here, remove these, and then seal it from both ends. I'm planning on condensing all the steam. Yes! We're running all the steam through several steam turbines. This is currently our base power. Eventually, we're going to power everything off the sour gas boiling. But for a very long time, with many, many thousands upon thousands of kilograms of steam... we're just running off the steam power for now. But the steam down here is cold enough. And the steam... in fact, let's actually zoom out for a second so you guys can see this. We go to temperature map mode. If I set this to 275... I love this slider, by the way. I'm so glad they added this to the game. Because of where we've been dipping... because of where we've been dropping our water out of... yeah, here we go. So, this whole area is now... within the range that we can build steel and it won't overheat. Before, it was all like 400 degrees, and now this bottom bit is cooled down because we've been dumping water on it for hundreds of cycles. So... yeah, we can start off building the transformers down here. And then it's still going to take a while before this steam gets cold enough that it's not going to generate us any more power. And also what we could do is we can actually start opening up more of these ports as the steam gets colder. But that won't happen for a long time, because the steam down here is going to get colder first. Because of how the heat mechanics work in this game. But yeah, I guess we're just going to be building a load of tiles now. Want to get this to work. Yeah. But I don't think there's anything else left to do. Everything else seems to be working. And I want to make sure that we actually get this done as well. Right, let's do this. These tiles are pretty cool now compared to before. But yeah, we're gonna remove these tiles once we put the transformer section down here. Thankfully, we have lots of dupes that are very, very skilled on this asteroid, so things take a lot quicker. Things get done a lot quicker on this asteroid. And it also helps that they don't really have that much else to do. We've had a little bit of idleness, to be honest, which I don't normally appreciate. Actually, you know what? You could leave those two. Yeah, leave those two, because we're going to seal it up from both ends. Yeah, these are all priority 9 now. That's good. Is this the part where I turn on my music again, or do we leave the game music on? Let's leave the game music on. My YouTube video got copyright claimed yesterday, but they immediately resolved the claim because they realized it was stupid. I was like, no, I got these songs from Chill Hop. I have the license. They allow me to play it. It's literally royalty-free music. But yeah, essentially this ladder and fire pole is going to be consistent, and everything to the left of it is going to no longer be in the steam zone. We did, in fact, actually plan all of this out. Yeah, let's make sure you're still doing all of this. You are. Obviously, even though the dupes are quite efficient, it's still a long way away, and there's frankly a lot of errands, so they're not quite as quick as you would normally expect them to be. They do spend a little bit of time thinking about things, but that's fine. In any case, they're doing stuff fast enough that I don't need to go on a higher speed. There you go. But regrettably, we do have to do this just to push all the steam out of the way. This is just because I don't want to build anything... I basically don't want to build anything that's going to get caught up in the neutronium. And this is the bottom. This is the floor. The heavy watt wire is actually going to run through where these ladders are, so we're going to leave this neutronium where it is. That's going to take a while. Also, let's get rid of these storage bins because we're not using them anymore. Thankfully, there's a lot of igneous rock right nearby, so this isn't really a huge issue for anyone. Now, if I'm going to run the heavy watt wire through here, I might as well just build it now, right? What am I going to make it out of? Something that's not going to melt? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's build out of tungsten. We have plenty of tungsten from the other asteroid now. So if we build that there, then we can connect everything on the other side, and we don't have to worry about that too much. Now, there's a lot of material down here that I should probably grab. Should I leave this bit open just so we can come grab material from here if need be? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'm not... Or, I could just tile it over so that we... I could just tile it over so that we don't actually have to move the material later. Let's just do that. Oh, wait. This tile is the floor. That's irritating. That's very irritating. Well, I think it's close enough to the side that I'll just lift it over. I don't know. I don't think this is going to get in the way of anything major. I'm going to keep my original plan. Because this is a much bigger obstacle. I'd rather not have the heavy watt wire run all the way over it, if I could just run it under. Good on me, Smort. Move these as well. How's this going? Yeah, that's going fine. Build these, and then build these. So much steam. And then I'll just queue these tiles up in a minute as well. I think the fire pole will stay here. Now, one thing I think is going to be an issue. Eventually, the polluted water is going to stop boiling when it hits the tiles here. I mean, the other thing is, I am running the thermal aquatuners to try and warm everything up. I think what I might do as well, because yeah, these tiles here are actually cold enough. arguably, it makes sense for me to actually stick some metal tiles here now to make sure that, yeah, I could do that. The metal tiles can just make sure that the water boils. I think that'd be a good idea. Maybe just put that one there too. Yeah, and then we can extend this up a little bit. The neutronium looks weird when we surround it like this. You just get all the corners left. Right, there you go, and then we can start sealing it from this end. What about this side as well? I'm going to need to do the same thing on this side. And again, we did calculate this, so... let's just do it one column at a time. I don't need to pause the game. Why am I pausing the game? You can see why I waited until everything was stable on the other asteroid before doing this. It's entombed. Picture pump? That's fine. I don't care about that, actually. You know what? Suppress notification. Very glad we sorted that out. But you, yeah, you're vacuum. That's good. Yeah, this asteroid just has a load of metal volcanoes on it. We've had 2 bionic dupes here just doing stuff forever. There aren't any issues here. This is completely solved. I think. The only thing we didn't solve was the meteor damage. But I don't think that's imminently at risk. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Let's just double check everything's working correctly here. Yeah, fish is still here. Fish is happy. Good. What are you up to now then? Are you bored? You are bored. It's interesting. Have you actually grabbed all this magma then? You have. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm going to tell you to keep coming here and try and sort this out. It's going to take a while, but you may as well. There you go. And then actually, you know what? Leave that one. Leave this one. Right. And then we need to do these 2 tiles. And then we need to do these 2 tiles. And then actually, you know what? I don't think we need to do these ones. I think we could just... I think we just need to get the resources out of these few tiles, because I think the rest of it we can actually access at this point. Oh, but we're not going to be able to access this obsidian. Oh, you know what? I don't care anymore. Just stop. Stop worrying about it. We just do this whole floor. There we go. Right, these aluminium tiles are getting nice and hot because of the thermal aquatuners, and that should make sure the water keeps boiling. Then we'll keep doing these ones as well. You know what? That's actually fine. Just leave it like that. Oh, wait. leave this bit. And come over here. This is going to be a pain, but I think it is going to be doable because the key is we're just going to excavate from the other side once we put all these tiles in place. The final row of tiles will be insulated here. How's that looking? Did you build this? No, you can't reach it. Oh, that's true. You definitely can't reach it, can you? I'm going to have to remove this tile. And then you're going to have to put one here. But that won't work. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put a ladder here. And then I'm going to have to put a pitcher pump here. You know, the more I think about this, the more I realize I don't think there's any way we can get down to this magma without reaching the scalding zone at this point. Well, maybe that won't be a problem once we actually vent all this gas. Well, maybe I'll just leave it then. We're still running a bit low on power. We exported all of the empty power banks. We have. Okay, well in that case, I'm going to tell you not to run this anymore. Because I think this is a reasonable number of power banks to keep 100. I think it makes sense. But yeah, all the oxygen we got on this asteroid is coming from these two polluted vents. Which is why we've only got the two dupes here. Because that's as much oxygen as this asteroid provides on its own. That's why they've been hanging out the entire time. Right, this is looking more complete, isn't it? Yeah, I imagine what we'll do is we'll finish tiling this all up today, and then next stream we will come back and actually build the transformers and heavy watt wire. While we still continue to search for this water asteroid. Did I still want to let more heat in here to boil all this crude oil? I don't think I did. I wanted to make sure that these rooms were hot enough to give us molten slicksters, and that was about it. And it has been hot enough. I've set this thermostat to 120, so whenever it dips below 120 in here, it connects back up to the steam and sucks some of the heat out. Natural gas vent is still plugging along. The issue is, we filled up our infinite storage a while ago. It's not that much of a problem. We don't really need... Obviously, we're not using this natural gas at the moment, so that's fine. Our molten slicks are still better if you have a petroleum sour gas boiler. No, not really. I guess technically you could use either. The main benefit of the molten slicksters is you can feed them the hot CO2 easier without cooling it down. But, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I don't think the difference is that large. I mean, when I've talked about it in YouTube videos, I've talked about the molten slicksters because I thought that was just the one that made the most sense. But you could do it with regular slicksters. So the thing about regular slicksters is their livable range is up to 140 degrees C. So if your carbon dioxide ends... Oh, no, it's 200. It's 200 degrees C. But obviously, your slickster eggs are going to gradually convert to molten slickster eggs anyways. If the carbon dioxide is hotter than, say, 100 degrees. So I feel like you're eventually going to end up with molten slicksters, most likely. Which is why I was thinking about it, really. Yeah, they're still working on all this carbon dioxide. Good for them. How's the rocket doing? Rocket is still coming back. It's 0.9 cycles away. So, this means the water asteroid is probably either over here or over here. And I think we should search here first. It could be over here. There's a meteor. I doubt it's over here. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Oh, you didn't build the friggin'... Nah. You didn't build these ones. I think they're generally doing a bit better at building these ones. Is there actually a lot of obsidian down here? There is a lot of obsidian down here. There's a lot of both of these rocks. These guys just need to get their skates on. How's this looking? Keep just emptying this periodically. Okay, good. Good news. We have the goldfish there, an adult. You need to eat from the feeder. What's wrong? You're tame, you're cozy. You need to eat from the feeder. There you go. Okay, there we go. That's the whole thing. It gives +5 happiness. Now I got the +5 happiness. Good. Are you not at an uncomfortable temperature? I think you will realize you're at an uncomfortable temperature fairly soon. You're only supposed to be comfortable up to 5 degrees C. But you did just turn into an adult, so that's fine. But yeah, you can see his temperature's set to -10 degrees again. It was set to -12.5, but we didn't quite catch him in time. But you should give us 2 eggs every 3 cycles, so that means we should get, like, I don't know, like 12 eggs out of this guy. So you should be able to repopulate everyone. What a relief. Okay. Probably got a little bit more time. Let's do another 10 minutes of this. And then we'll wrap it up. So you can get in here and do that. You can get in here and do that. Then I'm just going to keep filling in these gaps. Actually, you know what? Leave that one for now. Okay, you've done that quicker for some reason now. That's good. Yeah, the less of this we have to do next time, the better. Because I will admit this is pretty boring, but it does actually have to be done, so... beggars can't be choosers. Just the building materials are pretty close. It'd be really nice to yellow alert all the dupes, but they have got a lot of ranching and other things to do, so I don't want them to just do that. But if we keep continuously queuing up the errands like this, while we've got a dupe in here working on the building, they'll just keep... Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? I think this is fine. Sort that out. It's my fault for not being observant. Generally, they're doing a pretty good job. Okay, you've done this bit now. That's good. Yeah, there you go. Oh, right. I know what this situation is. It's because they can't quite step up to some of these tiles sometimes. Okay. My CPU is working overtime with all the steam. I know, right? Nah, I think I'm done with this for tonight. But yeah, I'm really glad we fixed this stupid asteroid, and I don't know what exactly the thumbnail is gonna be. I think we did a zoomed out one a little while ago, actually, so I don't want to do a zoomed out one again. Man, I don't know. I'll have to find some thumbnail shot. I'll think of a good one. We feature Meep in a thumbnail. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go find Meep. Let's go get a selfie of Meep. Let's go get a good selfie of Meep. Oh my god. Why are we at 5 FPS? Let's stay on follow cam. Let's see if Meep does anything interesting. Meep does not have that many errands. We have some fabricate errands. Why are we only getting 5 FPS? When we get below 10 FPS, that's usually when I start to get cranky. Apparently he's had contact with slime lung germs. That's odd. Shouldn't be happening. Wait, what is the germ situation again? I know there are generally germs outside. Yes, we did let the slime lung out, but it's only in the atmosuit zone. So I'm not that concerned. But that's the other reason why we wanted to get rid of all the germs eventually. No, I'm not getting a Meep selfie. The thumbnail. It would just have to be something on this asteroid. I don't know exactly what. Probably the last fish. Because, yeah. I'm glad we managed to save the fish. But, yeah. A bit drawn out today. I will thoroughly admit. But we did at least get everything sorted out. I think I'm going to go back to Surviving Mars tomorrow. We're going to finish off Surviving Mars. Because there's still a few things I want to do in that game, and I think I need a little bit of a break after today. But a disappointing lack of explosions? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, look, there's Whiskers. Disappointing lack of Whiskers? I doubt it. Off they go. Well, thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the vibes today. It's been pretty relaxed compared to Friday, where everything just kind of blew up. The VOD is still on Twitch for Friday, if anyone wants to see that. But that's all good. If you like what you've seen and you're not already following me, feel free to follow me on Twitch and you'll get notifications when I go live. I usually stream between 7:30 and 10:30 on weekday evenings. Which weekday? I don't know. It will often be posted on the Discord. when I'm actually streaming. So that's the best way to know exactly what I'm doing. And we also talk on there about Aquatuner Not Included and other games as well. So if you have a question there, someone will be there to answer it. And of course, we have the YouTube channel. All of ours go on the YouTube channel. So if you miss a stream, you can just catch it there. Now let's go raid someone. Let's go raid someone. And yeah, the next stream will be Surviving Mars, because I'm keen to finish that off. I don't think there's a huge amount to finish off in that game. It's probably going to be messing around with the underground stuff a lot. There really wasn't a lot to do with the asteroids, I will say. Oh, let's go raid, let's go raid Live Action Pixel, because they're playing ONI today. Wonder what they're up to. Neutronium Cosmetics Pack? Well, yes. Aren't we all? I raid Live Action Pixel a lot. It's just very convenient timing-wise. They're also on cycle 830-ish. So, yeah. Let's go say hi. And I'll be back tomorrow for some Surviving Mars. I'm going to try and make sure that my streams are early in the week when I actually have more energy, frankly, for streaming. Because I don't want a repeat of last Friday. So we should be around tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.